Hello and welcome to the Sunday Preview Rundown. This week, been a while since we've seen the old world.
Mm-hmm.
It actually hasn't been that long.
It has not been that.
In GW's breakneck pace,
Yes.
It's been a while.
Well, literally, Beastmen released yesterday.
Oh. Okay, so it's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
Sorry, in my brain, Beastmen are old world.
Fair enough.
So we've got the first of at least 2 waves of Grand Cathay.
Yes. We know it's at least 2 waves. Probably 2.
They don't have that much.
They don't have that much.
So obviously you've got the Arcane Journal, Armies of Grand Cathay, which has all of the people in it.
This one, more than any of the other Arcane Journals, is required to play.
Yeah, because they didn't put this stuff in the other book.
Nope. This one is brand new, all new stuff, all new magic, all new rules.
Yep. And the actual army itself, the Grand Cathay Battalion. So this comes with 30 Jade Warriors, which you can either build with hand weapons and shields or with halberds. 10 Jade Lancers, those are the horses. And then 2 Cathay Grand Cannons, which you can also build as the Fire Rain Rockets.
Yes, I like that they're doing the multi-kits.
Yes, I'm glad they didn't abandon that.
Yeah.
Kind of small, not a lot here.
Yeah, I know they said in their release that like they're super elite.
Yes.
But we'll see how that actually works out points-wise, because we actually have no idea.
Super elite, and there's no hero in here.
Actually, I've noticed a lot of them
Don't have a hero. Yeah, I think they want you to buy those separately.
Yeah.
Especially because, by most accounts that I've read, Old World is very much Hero Hammer.
Yeah.
But you do get 2 artillery pieces.
Which is never terrible.
Right. Well, apparently, actually, artillery is terrible in Old World, but that's Empire and Dwarf artillery.
Oh, okay.
But
these ones are going to be good because it's a new faction.
So, speaking of heroes, the Shugingen Lord on Great Spirit Longma.
We will not insert joke.
I'm going to insert so many jokes.
Yes, this model is great. It is a pseudo-spirit dragon horse.
Yeah, it's a dragon horse, kind of. These have been in Cathay lore for a long time. Not almost everything here this is one of the first times, in fact, probably the only first time, where Games Workshop is working off of lore primarily from a video game.
Right.
Total War Warhammer 3, where Grand Cathay was one of the launch factions. And besides that, I mean, they had some brief snippets of lore before that, but they've never had official models, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So they've been running off of whatever. And this is interesting because in the game, Logma are actually a unit of air cavalry.
Oh,
although you can get heroes riding them as well.
That makes sense. Maybe wave book 2.
Yep. And Shugingen are basically humans who are descended from the dragons. So they are in Cathay. Cathay is not an egalitarian society. Cathay is literally the dragons and the dragon-blooded rule over everybody else.
Oh, wow, weird.
Yeah. So this is a plastic. Of course, all of this is plastic. There's no resin here.
Every single one's plastic.
2 different head options, although they're not showing them here. Great-looking model. Fantastic. Currently the only hero... Well, no, one of 2 heroes that you can actually bring.
Right.
So you probably want this one or the next one.
Yeah, it's a little weird that they're... Oh, well... No, there's 3, because you can put a hero on the lantern.
Oh, right.
Yes. Put a hero on the lantern.
Yes. Speaking of heroes, the Gate Masters of the Celestial Cities. So these are your more human, non-dragon-blooded leaders.
the low-life peasant.
Yep.
The generic cavalry and non-cavalry on foot heroes.
Yep, so you can either give one with a big standard or one with a Celestial Blade and Shield, but it also points out, dealer's choice on who gets what. You can choose to give the horse guy the banner.
Right.
Or the bottom guy the banner, which I do like.
Yeah, again, I like the ability to mix and match. The multi-part kit really helps there.
Lord, I hope that's a transfer.
I think they said that there's big transfers in this. If not,
either that or I hope it's sculpted in, because there's no way that's free-handed, right? Right? Right?
Not for GW.
Good lord. And then the Sky Lantern, which is one of the iconic units of Cathay. It's a big lantern.
So because I've never played Total War 3. I've never seen these guys before until... I mean, you were telling me about the Cathay Dragons a long time ago, but I've never seen any of this stuff. This model's amazing.
Yes, it is. It does also come with a hero on foot, who's a magistrate, who is the most bureaucratic of the leaders, because Gate Masters are kind of your generals. These are your nobles. The Shugingen Lords are nobles, your generals, and then magistrates are your city leaders.
Okay.
They're all skilled commanders, but for different things. It'll be interesting to see how they do that in the old world. Or you could just have it as a mobile gun platform.
Also cool. Yeah, and this thing is like, because it has a flight stand, it's like over a foot tall or something like that.
Yep. I want to use this as the balloon for Turnip 28.
That'd be so cool. I think it's probably too big for that, but it's still really cool.
No, I mean, it's really big.
Yeah.
And also, who cares? It's 28.
True.
But either way, this is also, I mean, I said before that I really want the big dragon, Miao Yang, but this is a close second of one I might
Yeah.
get eventually.
The truth come out.
Yeah. And last but not least,
Oh my God, not
the
least.
Cathayan Sentinel. This picture does not do justice to how big this thing is.
No, we talked about this when they previewed it. They showed this, and I was like, oh, cool, a Terracotta Warrior. And then they showed it next to the other models.
Yeah, and they're not showing it next to the other models here. This thing is giant size.
Yes, yes.
This is not quite Sons of Behemoth size.
Yeah, no, it's like a greater demonish.
Yeah, it's more greater demon size, but this thing is huge.
Yeah, it's awesome. Depending on price, I might get one for a greater demon proxy.
The challenge here will be painting these in a way that doesn't look boring.
That's true.
Because just painting it, and they've done a decent job here, but honestly, this doesn't look like an exciting paint job.
It does not. Like, it's got a little bit of green in the recesses and then the, like, gold accents.
Right.
And otherwise, it's kind of meh.
Painting this as if it was out of jade.
Jade would be cool.
There is one of those in the video game. There is a Regiment of Renown, which is a jade giant statue.
Even if you did, like, stone as the model itself and then make his armor like actual armor rather than also made of stone, that would be kind of cool. Like, there's tons of... Be prepared for this model to be in
Golden Demon.
Golden Demon. I'll say Greater Demon. Yeah, because that thing is
and then of course the requisite reference cards and dice set. Now you'll notice what's not here.
Do I notice what's not here?
Obviously, Miao Ying herself, the big dragon, is not here,
yeah.
and then there were some other things that they announced are not here. So we know a Wave 2 is coming.
Yep, Wave 2's got to be there.
We don't know when, we don't know how, we don't know why, but we know why.
We know why. I actually really like those dice.
Yeah,
the like shiny jade look.
Yeah, I like them. But I don't think I'll be getting anything from this release because it doesn't have my dragon.
It doesn't have your dragon. I mean, you could just get the giant lantern to tide you over.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. Given GW prices, no. And then we also get a matched play guide.
How have we not gotten this yet?
Literally
every single faction came out, plus an extra one that we didn't know about, and then we get the matched play guide.
Well, maybe that's why. So this is obviously just I don't know enough about Old World. From what I've understood, it is better as a narrative game than a matched play one, but I don't know that for certain.
Yeah,
and
I haven't played it.
This might help with that.
That's true. I mean, they just came out with the Lord of the Rings match play guide, and I've heard that's fun.
But it is only just guidance on running tournaments and 6 scenarios, as well as secondary objectives.
Okay.
So, yeah, interesting.
This could have been a...
This could have been an email, yeah. Speaking of Middle-earth,
yeah,
one more made to order.
If only it was just one.
So we got the Swan Knights on foot, the Swan Knights on horseback, and the Command Swan Knights. So it's Captain and Banner Bearer. Swan Knight Commanders, yeah.
Yes.
And that's it. These are all, I believe, metal. Yes. So all of these are metal.
Okay.
And they're all made to order, which means the whole 180 days thing.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that's 180 business days, which means you're basically going to wait a year before you get these, in my experience.
It's closer to like 6 to 8 months.
It's not. 6 months would be if it was 180 days, period. Because 30 days times 6 would be 180 days. But it's only 180 business days.
So if you count the
and if you
weekend,
email GW and ask, they will get very snippy with you.
yeah, that's true.
So you're going to get these in 8 months at least.
Yeah.
We also get Faramir in his very ill-fated charge version.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Which didn't happen in the books. So
Yeah.
and then also some more standard bearers and command sets for just Minas Tirith.
I actually like the Minas Tirith colors.
Me too. They're all metal.
Yeah.
Made to order.
Yeah, it was really funny because last week they did made to order and didn't say when the made to order started.
Nope.
Which is great.
Yep. And then some Black Library stuff, Last Chancers. The preview for this coming week is more look at Horus Heresy, which I'm going to guess means Horus Heresy will preview next week.
Yeah. So last week they mentioned Grand Cathay, and Grand Cathay was this week. So my bet today was one of the two.
Yeah. So
they've been pushing Horus Heresy down our throat.
I am betting that means Horus Heresy is going to be announced next week and come out 2 weeks later. So that's it for this Sunday. Obviously, I am excited about the presence of Grand Cathay. I might get a Longma. It's a very nice model.
He's cool.
But I'm waiting for that dragon, baby.
Yeah. It being the first brand new faction into Old World, there's a lot of cool stuff here.
Yes, and I'm sure this will be a very popular faction.
It will be.
Just because they're coming from a video game that introduced a lot of people into Warhammer.
Yep.
Especially the Old World. They're brand new. They're all plastic. They're all wonderful blue plastic sculpts.
Someone's not gonna, dust off their 2000s models and be able to just play that. You gotta get the new stuff.
Yeah, unless you did a heck of a lot of converting.
That's true.
So let us know below what, if any of this, you're excited for. And we will talk to you next Sunday, maybe with some heresy, maybe not.
Maybe. Bye-bye.